A boy collapses selling candy, and then he appears. An 11-year-old boy, alone on the street, trying to sell candy to save his sick mother. And suddenly, he falls. He faints in the middle of the sidewalk. People pass by. Look, keep going, until a stranger appears. And what happens next changes his life forever. This is a true story of sacrifice, a son's love, and an unexpected miracle. Stay until the end, because what this boy does will move you in a way you've never seen. Get ready. This story will challenge everything you believe.
If you love emotional stories, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. Here, we always have emotional stories that touch your heart. Now, shall we hear today's emotional story?
Day. A busy city sidewalk. Rushed people. Buses. Cars. Noise. In the middle of the crowd, he is there. Leandro. 11 years old. Thin. Dark-skinned. Messy hair. He wears a faded t-shirt and a torn flip-flop. He carries a box of sweets with the name, "Help My Mom." He is silent. He approaches a woman leaving the bank. She ignores him. He tries another one. A hurried man slightly pushes him and says, "Get out of the way, kid." Leandro lowers his eyes, but continues. He cannot stop. Every candy sold is one more chance to keep his mother alive. The conflict appears. Leandro's life changed in the blink of an eye when his mother, Dona Marina, fainted while washing clothes and was rushed to the hospital. Public hospital. Lines. Shouting. Fatigue. Leandro in the hallway, holding his mother's hand, who is weak, pale, coughing up blood. "It's serious," said the doctor. "Advanced tuberculosis. She needs urgent medication." Leandro hears everything. His eyes are teary. The hospital gives him a list of medicines and tests. "This is only for private care, you know?" The boy asks. "And how much does all this cost?" Silence. The nurse looks at him with pity, but no answers. Flashback. The routine before the chaos. Before this, Leandro lived with his mother in a wooden shack at the end of the community. Dona Marina did cleaning jobs. Lucas helped at home and studied. Or tried to. The home. A single room. A 2-burner stove. A mattress on the floor. Mother and son sharing an old bread for breakfast. She smiles, even while coughing. He says, "When I grow up, I'll give you a beautiful house." She replies, "You already give me everything, my son." The challenge arises. He needs money. Back to the present. Leandro is at the hospital door. He holds the prescription. He reads the complicated names of the medicines. He understands almost nothing. An old man asks, "Where is your guardian, boy?" Leandro answers firmly, I am responsible for saving my mother." He is walking down the street, asking where he can buy sweets wholesale. Without money, without help, without hope, he decided he would fight with the only weapons he had: his feet, his voice, and the faith that love would be enough. The journey begins. Street vendors. Leandro buys sweets with the little he had saved. He starts selling at the traffic light. He approaches cars, people. First day, he sells little. He is ignored. Second day, it rains. He gets wet. Third day, he is almost hit by a car while crossing the street. But he doesn't give up. He returns to the hospital every night, counts the coins, buys part of the medicines. It shows his mother improving slightly. She asks, "De onde está vindo esse dinheiro, meu filho?" He answers smiling, "From a new job." The breaking scene. He collapses from exhaustion. One night, Leandro is weak, hungry, sleepy, but he insists on staying a little longer to sell. A security camera in a pharmacy records. He faints on the floor. People run. An ambulance comes. He wakes up in the hospital next to his mother. Now they are both lying down. The doctor says to a nurse in the background, "This boy can't take it anymore. If he continues like this, he could end up like her." Leandro's face slowly wakes up hearing this. He looks at his mother sleeping. It was him or her. One needed to stop, or both would fall. But it was at that moment that the unexpected happened.
Fine rain. Late afternoon. Leandro is sitting on a hospital bench with a borrowed blanket. He stares intently at the ICU door, where his mother is now admitted. He holds a crumpled paper with more names of medicines, more than he can afford. It was the breaking point. Leandro had done everything he could, but life still demanded more from him. And it was at that moment that something began to change. Entrance of the mysterious character. A man approaches, elegant, discreet, a simple dress shirt, a briefcase in his hand. He sits on the bench next to Leandro. He notices the boy trembling and looks at him. Stranger in a calm tone. "You sell sweets at the traffic light on Rua 12, right?" Leandro is startled. He nods. "I saw you yesterday. You ran in the middle of the cars. You were almost hit." Leandro lowers his eyes. "What is a boy doing risking his life like that?" Leandro, without hesitation. "I'm trying to save my mom." Silence. The man watches him deeply. The unexpected proposal. Stranger. "If you had the money now, would you stop selling?" "No, I would just buy the medicines faster." Stranger smiles slightly. "Well, then let me make you a proposal. But you have to promise me one thing." Leandro stares at him, curious. "You will continue to be this boy who doesn't give up on those he loves." The man hands him an envelope. Inside, 1,500 reais in cash. Leandro is speechless. He cries in silence. He tries to give it back. The man insists. "You don't owe me anything. Just pay it forward when you grow up." Leandro gets up, runs to the nearest pharmacy, and buys all the medicines. As he walks back to the hospital, he passes the traffic light where he used to sell sweets. He looks at the traffic light, and for the first time, he smiles. That day, Leandro understood that miracles exist, but they use ordinary people as messengers. The conflict returns, but nothing is so simple. 2 days later, his mother begins to react to the treatment. She breathes better, she talks more forcefully. Leandro sleeps on the hospital bench, smiling at the sight of her awake. But then, a nurse calls. "Leandro, you are the person responsible for the patient Marina, right?" The boy nods. "Her plan has expired. We need you to bring an authorization or an adult guardian, or they will suspend the exams." With every step into the light, the shadow returned to haunt. Leandro desperately tries to explain that he's alone, that he doesn't have a father, that his mother is too sick to sign. Nothing works. The exams are temporarily suspended. His mother gets worse. She starts coughing up blood again. Leandro decides to go after the man. In the middle of the night, Leandro takes the little money he had left and returns to the street where he met the stranger. He walks through several streets, asks vendors. No one knows who he is. He didn't know the name, nor where he lived, nor why he appeared. But then, he sees a billboard for an advertisement for an NGO that helps needy families, and he recognizes the man's face. The name, Eduardo Melo. Decisive action. The boy takes a courageous stand. Leandro runs to an internet cafe. He spends 4 reais to get on the internet. He finds the NGO's website. He sends an audio message via the institution's WhatsApp. Leandro, trembling voice. "Hi, my name is Leandro. I'm the boy who sells sweets. Mr. Eduardo, help me. My mom is getting worse. I don't know what to do anymore." The man's voice returns. Hours later, a response arrives. Eduardo's voice, audio. "Leandro, I can't believe you found me. Wait for me at the hospital. I'm coming now." High impact scene. The mother's reaction. Eduardo arrives at the hospital with documents, a signature, and pays for the exams. Doña Marina, stronger now, sees him for the first time. "Sir, who are you?" "I'm just someone who crossed the paths of your son and learned from him what true love is." She cries. She takes her son's hand. "You are my miracle." Eduardo says goodbye and says he will return. Leandro, thoughtful, looks at his mother, then at the sky. What Leandro didn't know was that the best was yet to come, and the meeting with Eduardo was just the beginning of something much bigger. But who was that man really, and why did he choose to help Leandro?
A scenario of hope. A few weeks pass. Leandro walks through the hospital door with a simple bouquet of flowers. His mother, with more color in her face now, is already sitting in bed, smiling. Marina, emotional. "My son, is this for me?" "Leandro, now you're going to get a flower every day, just like in a soap opera." She laughs. They hug. After so much suffering, relief finally came. But this story still held something no one expected. A modest restart, but with love. Leandro and his mother return home. Still the same simple shack, but now with new medicine, food in the fridge, and a different feeling in the air. Hope. Marina says, "We don't have much, but I have you, and that is enough for me." Leandro begins to return to school with the supplies Eduardo sent. The uniform is still used, but now it's clean. He writes an essay on the theme, "What would I do if I could change the world?" Leandro, narrating his essay, "I would help children like me, who sell things on the streets but carry dreams inside their backpacks." Eduardo reappears, an unexpected invitation. 2 months later, Eduardo appears again, now with an official car from the NGO. He smiles when he sees Marina at the door. "Eduardo, Leandro, can I talk to you for a minute?" They sit down. Eduardo looks at the boy. "I've been thinking about you since that day. You are special, rare, strong. And because of that, I want to make you an invitation." Leandro, curious, "An invitation for what?" "A life-changing proposal, the big turnaround." Eduardo reveals that the NGO he runs is opening a new training program for homeless youth. He wants to use Leandro's story as an example. "We want to put you in a private school with a full scholarship, food, and transportation, and more. You will help us create a project called Sweet Future." Leandro looks at his mother, his eyes shining. Marina in tears. "My son is going to really study. He will have what I never had." The moment of greatest emotional impact. Leandro enters his new school for the first time. New uniform, new backpack, a scared look. Rich children around him whisper. Some ignore him, but one boy approaches and offers help. Leandro sits in the room. A poster on the wall says, "You can change the world by starting with someone." And there, at that instant, Leandro understood. He was no longer just the candy boy. He was living proof that love transforms. Passage of time, transformation. Visual montage with narration. Leandro growing, dedicated to his studies, participating in NGO events, giving talks. Marina happy, sewing clothes to sell at home. Other boys being welcomed by the Sweet Future Project. The boy who sold candy to save his mother now inspired thousands to never give up. Final revelation, emotional speech. Cut to 10 years later, a full auditorium. Leandro, now 21, in a simple suit, stands on stage. He speaks to hundreds of young people from the suburbs. Maybe you think you have nothing, that the world has turned its back on you. But I tell you, if you have love for someone, then you already have everything. He pauses. He takes a deep breath. I sold candy to save my mother, but what I got in return was the chance to save my story. The audience gives a standing ovation. Marina watches from the front row with tears in her eyes. Final reflection. It wasn't money that saved Leandro, nor chance. It was love. A love so pure that it crossed the street, the cold, the hunger, and reached someone willing to listen. When all seems lost, remember, love is still the answer. Question to the viewer, final engagement. And you, have you ever met someone like Leandro? Or have you ever done something small that may have changed someone's life? Comment below. Your story can inspire someone else. Thank you. If you've stayed until now, thank you. Truly, you didn't just watch a video, you lived a story. And believe me, the best is yet to come. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel because the next story will make you believe in the impossible.